નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. Adarsh Education Society welcomes you all here. Dear friends, last time we had completed that Mr. Keesing, who was teaching her maths, gave assigned one homework, and that was she had to write one essay about the chatterbox. That was purposefully. Why is it so? Because she was talking in between period, and naturally he had to give this. We'll move ahead with the same. She had completed, and he understood also that whatsoever he gave assigned homework to her, that she has already completed. She also understood, he also understood the reason behind this assigned homework. But that would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I have written here, as much as blank as that is the identity of PD. The same thing I have written, because how my mother was used to talk like that, I am also. It means आगे से चली आती है. And so that here it is written inherited. Inherited means generation to generation. Traits, the quality or the habit which would be from generation to generation. My mother was used to talk. Naturally, I am also just like a chatterbox. As much as I did, if not more, and that there is not much you can do about inherited traits. You cannot do much more about inherited traits. Why is it so? आगे से चली आती है, generation to generation. Mr. Keesing had a good laugh at my arguments. When she argued in such a way, Mr. Keesing laughed. But when I continued to talk my way through the next lesson, he assigned me a second lesson. She continued talking. Once again, he also assigned another homework special for Kitty, Annie Frank. He assigned me a second lesson, and this time it was supposed to be an incorrigible quality or habit that cannot be corrected easily. Incorrigible chatterbox. Once again, she has to write the same assigned work. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing had nothing to complain about for 2 whole lessons. Next 2 lessons, what he taught, during that he didn't complain a single time for Annie Frank. However, during the 3rd lesson, up to 2 lessons, it's okay. When they were in next third lesson, at the time, he had finally enough. Annie Frank, as punishment for talking in the class, write an essay entitled, what is the title for that essay? Quack, quack. Earlier also I told you the meaning for quack. Here also I'll tell. જ્યારે પક્ષીઓ રમત કરતા હોય, ફ્લેપિંગ કરતા હોય, એ સમયનો જે અવાજ છે, that's known as quaking. અહીંયા આપણે non-stop talking ના અર્થમાં quaking લઈશું. Okay? Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. This is for Mistress Chatterbox. It means this is directly connected with Annie Frank. In this way, Annie Frank was given 3rd time assigned homework. Why is it so? Because she was used to talk constantly in the period of Mr. Keesing during the subject maths. The class roared. ક્લાસમાં આવું કંઈક થાય એટલે આપણને મજા આવે બધા આવું we like it. We like it. This is the matter of our interest. The class roared. I had to laugh too. Sadhu, third time homework. I also laughed. Though I would nearly exhausted my ingenuity, originality or own innovative ideas. હવે કેટલાક હોય થોડા ઘણા હોય બરાબર છે. I was exhausted. On the topic of chatterbox, it was time to come up with something else. Come up, how to face it, how to complete it, how to meet with the end. That was the main thing for any friend. કંઈક નવું તો કરવું પડશે ને યાર. And that also something original. At the time what happened? My friend Sam, who was good at poetry, offered me to help to write the essay from beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. My friend was ready to complete the essay, and it will be in entire verse condition. Verse, V-E-R-S-E, W don't pronounce. Here verse is equal to in a poetic form. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject. હવે જોઈ લઈએ કેવી રીતે assigned homework ઈ કરે છે. But I would make sure the joke was on him. મને ખબર હતી કે the same joke I will twist in such a way is joke rebound thin animals. I was sure with that. I finished my poem, which was written by my friend. I finished my poem and it was beautifully. It was about a mother duck. Poem ni andar story, and that story is connected to Mr. Keesing. A mother duck and a father swan. Mother duck, father swan. શું હતું આમાં? With 3 baby ducklings, 3 young ones. Duck, 1, swan, 2, 3 ducklings. Who were beaten to death. Who were ducklings? Beaten to death by the father swan. Kim? Because they quacked too much. They talked too much. They made sound too much. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the joke in the right way, because it was fully addressed to him only. He read the poem in the class, adding his own comments. Comments se potani add karvi pade na. એમને તો નહીં ચાલે. And to several other classes as well. In other classes also, he read the same poem. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and have not been assigned any extra homework. From that time onwards, he was not angry if I'll talk in his period during the subject maths. I will not get any extra assigned homework from that time onwards, because he took that joke, that poem, that verse in a right way. Because 3 ducklings were beaten to death due to their too much quacking. Ducklings is equal to Annie Frank only. Father Swan is equal to Mr. Kissing only. Each and everything was symbolic. But here, the symbolic idea Mr. Kissing took in a right way. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and have not been assigned any extra homework. On the contrary, Mr. Kissing's always making joke these days. In this way, we have completed this lesson, lesson number 4 from the Diary of Annie Frank. If you have any doubt, you can ask me regarding this lesson anytime. I'll give you 3 to 5 seconds to have a screenshot with the same board. Move ahead, read it, try to follow the form of diary. Okay? Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.